Good morning from Santiago, Chile. Hello, welcome Verbling.com English students. Please click on the green button and join this class. This class is perfect for confident beginners and intermediate students. Please don't hesitate to come join the class so that you can practice your English, maintain your English, and improve your English so that it is a little bit better the next time you need to say something in English. My name is Geoff Watson. I am Canadian. I am from Vancouver, Canada, but as I mentioned earlier, I am talking to you from the capital city of the country Chile in South America. And today we are going to be reading and reviewing a presentation provided by Voice of America, which is associated with public broadcasting in the United States. And the topic is strong ocean storms. So, if I could have everyone, please, who is joining, if they can keep their microphone muted so that our virtual classroom is quiet. It's nice to see some of my regular students and participants and friends, and it's nice to see some new people as well. What I would like to do is ask everyone to please introduce themselves, and also if they could tell us the worst weather that they have ever experienced, the biggest storm that they have ever been in. All right, and so Maria and sorry, Salem, I'm trying to mute your microphone. We're hearing some telephones ringing. Salem, thank you. And so Maria, hello,
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. Yes, please introduce yourself and tell us about the worst weather that you have ever experienced.
Well, yes, my name is Maria. I live in Sweden, and every now and then we have hailstorms. So those are kind of the occasions when you don't want to be outdoors. You want to stay inside and look at it through the window.
Right. So how big are the hailstones?
Oh, not that big.
Okay.
They are smaller.
Because in the United States, I think it's farther south, they can get hailstones that are the size of golf balls.
Yeah, I've seen them pictures.
Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you. I'm going to move on to Sarman. Are you there? Now, we can't hear you, Sarman. You need to turn on your microphone. On the Google Hangout screen, you should be able to click on the icon of the microphone. It's probably in red. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and say hello to Frank. Frank, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, hello,
Yeah.
Please. Introduce yourself.
So, it's my first time on Verbling, so I'm trying to adapt to the website.
Great.
I live in France, so I never really experienced a very bad weather, I think, since I'm not used to storm or things like that, so I can't really compare to what you people may have experienced, I think.
Right. So there really is no extreme weather in France.
No, it's snowing actually a little,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
not really extreme.
No, great. Thank you. And Sodomite, are you there?
Yes, did you
Yeah,
hear me?
excellent. Great. Please
Okay.
introduce yourself and what kind of bad weather have you experienced?
My name is Sermed. I'm from, I live in Turkey, but I'm originally from Iraq. And this is my first time joining Verbalink.
Excellent.
And actually, I don't know if I join the intermediate or the beginner because this is my first time speaking with the native speaker.
With a native speaker?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Well, no
And
problem.
what do you
Congratulations with your English.
thanks. And what do you think? Did I join the beginners or the intermediate? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, I don't think you need to know. I think the student always knows best
Yeah.
because can you express what you want to say? Can you
Yeah.
understand what people are saying? Can you read easily? Can
Yeah.
you listen to things like the radio and understand what they're saying? Those are the questions that you need to ask yourself. And so I think those evaluations are more important than anything else.
Yes, I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to try now.
Yeah,
And please, could you ask me the question again?
Well, so what kind of bad weather have you experienced?
Actually, uh, 2 weeks ago, we had a storm of snow,
Oh,
and just we got today a good shining day.
I'm sorry, what was that last word?
Shining day.
Ah, okay, it's a sunny day.
A sunny day, yeah. I mean,
Okay, all right. Well, that's beautiful then.
thanks so much.
With fresh snow and sunshine. Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tom, how are you?
Yeah, fine. And you?
Oh, I'm great. Glad that you joined the class.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself to the group and what kind of severe weather have you experienced?
Well, so hello everyone. I'm Tom. I'm from China, but I study in Finland now. So it's great to have you guys here. And the weather, I mean, right now, I mean, in China, there's some of the smog and
Ah,
some foggy, hazy weather in some industrial
yeah,
cities
hazy.
like Beijing, Shanghai, and yeah, hazy, yeah, including my hometown, Wuhan. So, so the weather is really bad, and the air the people consume and the breath is really bad for them. And I actually lived through that kind of weather for once when I was still in China. And some of the extreme weather, I think it's raining maybe. So raining big rain, raining heavy rain, you know.
Yeah, right.
So it's
That's what we say.
it's
Very
almost
heavy rain.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's
Yeah.
almost let me see. It may flood all the cities,
Ah,
and
right.
it's terrible. It's all terrible.
Flooding is the problem from heavy rains. Yeah, great, Tom. Jessica, hello. Jessica, are you there? Please turn on your microphone.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Great.
Okay.
Hi, good morning. I'm Jessica from Colombia. The problem that we have with the storm is that here it's raining a lot all the week, like 3 times per week it's rain. But it's
Okay,
not so heavy.
good.
But sometimes can rain like for 3 hours, then it started to flood the street a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think so it's more like a infrastructure issue more
Yes.
than a really heavy storm.
Okay. No, I have been living in Latin America for 6 years, and I know that people say that, and I respect your opinion. But in Vancouver, Canada, we get heavy rain, and we have flooding as well. We have all the same problems. I think that no infrastructure can totally handle or manage really heavy rain. I just think it's almost impossible. But
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes it's not really, really heavy,
okay.
to make
All
that,
right.
and still it's like
Yeah.
a little bit of flood at the street.
Yes. Great. Awesome. And Liu, hello. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm so happy you have class in this time.
Okay. Great. Now I
Yes,
think
I
we
do.
have 24 hours of classes today. A solid 24 hours of classes today on Verbling.
Yes. Hello everyone. I'm from China. I do not know the other cities, but I just in my province it always wet. It always rain, so it become very wet. In summer it's hot and wet. In winter it's cold and wet. So always wet.
Okay. Right. So that sounds like Vancouver. Yeah. All right. Great. Awesome. And Ibrahim, hello. How are you? Nice to see you again.
Yes, hello, how are you? I'm fine. Thank you. I'm from Yemen and I live in Russia. The weather here in Russia, it is -6. It is cold, of course. And before 2 days ago, it was about -17 and -20.
Yeah. Minus.
Yeah,
Minus.
minus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wow.
yes. And now it's okay. So
Okay.
still
But
bad weather here.
it's possible that in the winter the conditions could be dangerous, correct?
Yeah.
Is that true where you live with high winds and low temperatures and blowing snow? That's potentially dangerous?
For us, yeah, it is dangerous, and we didn't have a habit for this weather. Like in my country,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So you are not used to that kind of weather? You're not used to it? Do you know that term?
Condition or what?
No, sorry, but just the idea that not to be used to such cold weather. I'm going to put that in the chat box. I'm not used to, I'm going to put very cold weather. And now that means that in your country you did not have very cold weather.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so you are not accustomed to it. You're not used to it. You're not familiar with it.
Yeah,
So I am not used to very cold weather. All right, awesome, everybody. So let's get going because we've got lots to read. Your level, everyone's level, is really great. So I think that we'll be able to cover this material really well. It's and so I'm just going to get straight to it. So Frank, could you please read the? And sorry, I wanted to say to everyone, this file is available for download from the Verbling website. So there is a file, GW5, that is attached to my class description. Live classes, yeah, so you can get this file yourself. But go ahead, Frank, could you read this first
Yes.
selection?
So we will be reading about strong ocean storms. We'll focus on vocabulary and understanding all of the information in the text.
Yeah, and I'm going to help with, I'm going to help with pronunciation. So ocean. It has an SH sound in it. In English, we have SH, ocean.
Ocean. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And everybody can practice that at home. Could you read this next, the title, please, Frank?
Okay, so Severe Ocean Storms, the Science of Nature's Power.
Nature's.
Science, Nature's Power. Science in the News with VOA Spatial English.
Great. And let's see, what do we have? Yeah, please read these two questions. Now, just quickly, we're not going to answer these questions now. The asterisks, that shows that we are pre-reading these comprehension questions, and we'll answer them a little later. So go ahead, please, Frank.
Okay, what are the different names that we use for big ocean storms? If a storm is not powerful enough to be called a hurricane, what do we refer to it as?
Perfect. And hurricane, we do pronounce the H. Hurricane. Okay. All right, awesome. Thank you, Frank. And Ibrahim, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm just going to move down to the next selection here. Go ahead, please.
Today we will read about. Today we will read about the science of severe ocean storms.
Severe
storms that develop over the Indian
Today
Ocean.
we will read about the science of severe ocean storms. Severe.
Okay. Yes. Sorry, Asako. Hello.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
So, welcome. Sorry. Yeah. You need to keep your microphone muted.
Okay, sorry.
But that's wonderful. Everybody should be doing that at home. Practicing the pronunciation and repeating everything. Great, thank you. Go ahead, please, Ibrahim.
Severe storms that develop over the Indian Ocean are called cyclones. Storms that form over the northwestern Pacific Ocean are typhoons. Typhoons, yeah, right?
Yeah, that's my pronunciation. Typhoons.
Yeah, typhoons, and the storms that form over the eastern Pacific and that Atlantic Ocean are hurricanes.
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 Yeah, so let me see. First of all, severe ends with the word in English ear, or like year. It's the year 2013. Severe. And then hurricane ends with cane. A sound. Hurricane. And typhoon is that's not an English word, but that's our pronunciation of it. Typhoon. Awesome. I'm going to move on to Maria. Hello, Maria, are you ready?
Yes, I'm unmuted now. A storm named Isaac.
Yeah, great. Okay, you're all ready. Yes.
A storm named Isaac recently brought death and destruction to the United States and the island in the Atlantic and Caribbean Sea. Wide, slow-moving Isaac came to life over waters near the island of Puerto Rico. At the time, the storm was not yet a hurricane. Instead, it was called a tropical depression. Then it grew in strength and size and declared a tropical storm and stayed that way for days.
Okay, and great. I'm just going to highlight was declared. This is the passive voice in English. It's something that's very common and that might not be common in your language. I know, for example, it's not commonly used in Spanish, but the storm was declared a tropical storm and stayed that way for days. Great. And then I've heard this in the news, that the slow-moving storms are the worst. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Why? Why are slow-moving hurricanes and tropical storms more damaging?
Because they stay longer, like in one
Right. Yeah, exactly. They have more impact, negative impact on the same place. Great job. And then anybody can ask questions. Just turn on your microphone and say, Geoff, any questions or comments? To come to life is not that common of a phrase, but I think you understand. It formed would be the typical way to say it. It formed over the ocean. Okay, great job.
Well,
And
could I
then,
ask you here?
yes, go ahead, please.
Just what is the meaning of tropical? Tropical or tropical?
What does tropical mean? Does someone want to answer that question? Anyone? Do you know what tropical means? Or can you think of some examples?
Tropical climate is like when there's a high humidity, isn't it?
Sure, yeah. And I think that Jessica, what's the situation in Colombia?
About the weather?
Yeah, do you have a tropical climate?
Yes, I think the country that are close to the equator line.
Equator.
That are equator line have a tropical weather. We don't have seasons.
Right. So
then all the year is the same weather, about the same weather.
And just quickly, we just say the equator.
The equator.
Yeah, you don't have to say any more than that.
Okay, you don't have to say line.
Is that line. And, bananas and pineapples, papayas, those we call tropical fruit. So, awesome. And so let's get going here. Great question. And then, sorry, Sodomite, you're next. So let me, just give me a second so that I can put the screen share. Just trying to navigate through my different windows here. And maybe I'll see if I can eliminate that. Okay, go ahead, please, Sodomite.
Yes. Isaac passed over Haiti, killing at least 29 people. 5 people were confirmed dead from the storm in the Dominican Republic. Weather experts finally declared Isaac a hurricane as it moved toward the southern United States. Part of Louisiana were still recovering from Hurricane Katrina, a powerful storm 7 years earlier.
7 years earlier.
7 years earlier.
Now, in this case, it's earlier. Yeah, awesome. So, do people remember the news about Katrina, Hurricane Katrina, hitting the southern United States? Nope. Okay, and actually,
yes, I remember.
Oh, do you? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you remember one thing about it?
Well, I remember there were great damages to houses and
So there was a lot of damage, and the one thing I remember was the huge amount of flooding. Whole sections of the city were completely underwater. Yeah, and great. Okay, so let's continue. Super job. I had something I wanted to share, but I forgot. Let's move on. I'm just gonna move this down. Sorry. Oh, the other question is, maybe somebody can Google this for me. When did Hurricane Isaac happen? Tom, could you read this next selection, please? Tom, are you there? Yeah.
Could you get me back later because
yes,
I have some connection problem.
No problem. I'll come back to you later. Jessica, are you ready?
Yes.
Great.
Isaac's strong winds and rain cut electricity to 900,000 homes and businesses in the state. Damage to agriculture was estimated in the millions of dollars. The storm also struck hard in Mississippi, Arkansas, and other states.
Yeah, and then the pronunciation is Arkan. Well, what is it here? I'm not American. It's wow. It's really different. It's Arkansas.
Yeah.
No, but they just say Arkansas. But I wonder. Okay. I'll check that. But the state is called Arkansas. But I guess that's how they pronounce it. Okay. Great. Excellent job. You did a really good job pronouncing your S's with Isaac's strong winds. The strong winds that belong to Isaac's, and businesses. Okay, so great job. And anybody can jump in with a question. And Asako, hello. Asako, could you turn on your microphone?
Okay.
Great. Right. I know you're ready, so please go ahead. You've been practicing. Good
Sorry,
work.
I didn't do it.
No, that was awesome. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Okay. The city of New Orleans largely escaped severe damage. Escaped. Escaped.
Perfect. Yes, perfect.
Severe damage, but areas near it, like...
And I don't know how to pronounce this. Parish is the second word.
Parish suffered huge...
Yeah, I don't know. Plaquemine. Yeah.
And the blank, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, right, good.
Is on a piece of land shaped like a finger. It runs along the Mississippi River into the Gulf of Mexico. That is where Isaac and Katrina before it made it landfall. Something also.
Yeah, made landfall. Yeah.
Yeah. Suffered.
Go ahead. Just this last part here.
Suffered major damage during Katrina.
Yeah. So unfortunately, well, no, we just say Katrina. Katrina. Okay. So that poor town has been damaged twice by two big storms. Has anyone Googled when Isaac happened? Yeah, please, if somebody could Google when Hurricane Isaac happened, that would be great. Oh,
2012.
Yes, go ahead, Frank.
It's August 2012, I think. Yeah.
So just 6 months ago or whatever.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, no, great. I was going to do that and I forgot. So yeah, wow. Frank, this next selection, please.
Okay. Isaac caused a number of tornadoes, powerful windstorms.
Tornadoes.
Tornadoes, powerful windstorms in states as far away as Illinois and Missouri.
Okay, Illinois and Missouri.
Illinois and Missouri. By the time it was over, 9 people were reported dead in the United States.
Okay, and then here are the questions again. So let's open this up to anyone. Can I have a volunteer to answer question number 1?
Can I ask you here about...
Sure. Yes, of course.
Yeah, here is the meaning of tornadoes or tornadoes.
Ah, great. Okay. So, what is a tornado? These are the funnel-shaped clouds that form locally over cities, and the big problem is when they touch the ground and start destroying houses and property on the ground. So extremely high winds. But you've seen, you know, the tornadoes, these spinning storms, and they move around and destroy the houses.
It is the same of a float.
A cloud? No, not really, but it's similar. So hurricanes are much, much, much bigger. Tornadoes are very local events, spinning, funnel-shaped clouds. They have a very skinny base and a wider top, and very, very high winds.
And float?
Flood. No,
Flood.
sorry, flood is completely different. This is high water levels.
Okay, understand.
Yeah, great. And Suad, I'm just going to mute your microphone. We're hearing some noise coming from your microphone. All right, and the questions? What are the different names that we use for big ocean storms, depending on where they are in the world? Could someone please turn on their microphone and go for it? One is hurricane.
Second, it's tornadoes.
Okay, sorry. No, tornadoes are different. Tornadoes are not powerful big ocean storms. They're local wind storms.
Flood.
On land. Flooding is high water, so that's different. Jessica?
Typhoons?
Yes,
okay.
cyclones.
Cyclones.
Sorry.
No, great. Everybody. Good teamwork. Cyclones, typhoons, and hurricanes. Those are the big, powerful ocean storms. And I think they're all exactly the same. They may be spinning in the opposite direction, but they're all the same. All right. And what if a storm is not powerful enough to be called a hurricane? What were the two terms used in the story? Go for it. Earlier in the story, there was they were talking about the development of Isaac. Yes, Jessica?
Because there was a slow moving, or
no, but that's great. That's great. But first, it wasn't called a hurricane. It was called, I think, yes, Frank?
Yeah, tropical depression. Depression.
Yes, yeah. And then a tropical
storm.
Yes. So those are the different levels. So sometimes in the weather report, they'll say that it's not a hurricane, but it's a dangerous storm. It's a tropical depression, or it's a tropical storm that may become a hurricane. They may predict that it will intensify and become a hurricane. All right, great job. Let's continue because we've got some more reading to do. And so where are we here? Tom, are you there? Okay,
yeah,
so we don't. Oh, okay, great, Tom. Are you available to read this next section? Because I've got some other questions. Now, at this point, I'm just introducing these questions. We're going to read this information later. So the three questions, please, Tom.
Yeah. So what's the question? I didn't catch it.
Do you see it on the screen?
This is really not clear, maybe.
Okay, now, Tom, you can download the document from the website. Oh, okay.
So, I mean, which page is the
I don't really know how to describe it. There's a little link called File GW5.
Yeah.
And it's underneath. That. Oh, okay.
I downloaded it already, and I opened it. So, but I don't know what question are there.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Well, but you can't see the screen share?
I see it, but it's very not clear, so I don't know why.
Okay. Well, why don't we're going to go ahead, Tom, and just find where you are. Find where we are. And I'm going to say hello. Soad, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes,
Hello.
Please introduce yourself.
How are you,
Welcome to the class.
teacher?
Oh, please call me Geoff.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. Don't worry. No
I'm
problem.
Suad. I'm Suad. I'm from Algeria. I'm a master student, and I'm specialized in English for specific purposes.
All right, great.
That's
And
it.
do you see questions A, B, and C?
Yes.
Oh, great. Could you please read them out for us?
Okay. So, what is the system that they use to name storms? And the next question, what is the history of this tradition? And when did they start giving storms names? And the third question, what happens to the name of storm that is especially damaging and deadly?
Oh, great. Perfect pronunciation. Yeah, awesome. Now just let me move it down a bit for you. And yeah, could you please read this next selection?
Me?
Yes, please. So.
Yes, okay. How did Ishaq get its name?
Isaac.
Naming. Yes?
Sorry, we just pronounce it Isaac.
I didn't hear. Is it the name of person?
Yes, it's a man's name.
Okay. How did Isaac get its naming? Could you scroll it down?
Okay.
That's all?
Sorry? Let me see. No, we're having some, you're having some difficulties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on. Tom, do you know where you are now?
Is the system that used to name storms is here?
Yes. And how did Isaac get its name?
How did?
Do you see that? Okay,
That's
sorry. I'm going to move. Sorry, I'm going to move ahead to Asako. Go ahead, Asako. Uh-oh, she's gone. Frank, go ahead, please.
Okay, so how did Isaac get its name? Naming storms and other natural events has been a tradition for centuries. For example, the name Thor was given to the mythical Norse god of thunder.
Mythical.
The loud sound, mythical Norse god of thunder. The loud sound that follows lightning in the sky.
Okay, so you're familiar with thunder and lightning. And then I just wanted to point out, because this is important in English, we're talking about the storm, so we're referring to it as it. And what is the storm's name? Its name is Isaac. Okay, so I hope that, and thank you.
Excuse
and
me, teacher, for the interruption.
Yes. I'm sorry?
Excuse me, I have a very slow very slow internet. That's why it interrupts.
Yes, no, that's fine. No problem.
I'm sorry, yeah.
No problem. No problem.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm going to move this down. Ibrahim, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, please.
An Australian scientist began calling storms by women's names before women's before the end of the 19th century. During World War II, scientists called storms by the names of their wives or girlfriends.
Okay.
Continue.
And let me move it down for you. Well, actually, no. Let's move on. And again, if anybody has any questions, Maria, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Go ahead.
American weather experts started to use women's names for storms in 1953. In 1979, they began use men's names too.
All right, great. And yeah, let's keep moving. This is awesome. And so Mustafa, hello, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, could you please talk again? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, if you can turn up your volume, that would be good. And just if everyone could make sure that their microphone is muted, everyone else. Please introduce yourself, Mustafa. Mustafa, are you there? Okay, what I'm going to do is, we can't hear you, Mustafa. Sodomite, could you go ahead, please, with the next little selection?
Okay, but I can't.
Oh, okay, sorry. Here we go.
Yes, thanks. Scientists choose the name of storms many years before they are used. They decide on them at meetings of the World Meteorological Organization, the National Hurricane.
Yeah, sorry, the National Hurricane.
Yeah. Center in Miami, Florida, has one list for each of 6 years for Atlantic storms. Its experts name storms when they reach wind speeds of 62 kilometers an hour. That is true even if they never grow stronger.
Okay, so they name all of the storms.
Yeah.
Any comments? And can people, any of the words, vocabulary, phrases? The use of its experts name storms. What are we referring to with its? So a question, I'll highlight it. Sorry, this use of its. What are we referring to?
Experts.
No, the
sorry.
storms. The storms experts.
No, sorry. The experts belong to something.
Yeah. Experts' name?
Sorry, no. The word its is a possessive pronoun, and it's referring to the National Hurricane Center.
Okay.
So the National Hurricane Center's experts,
Yes.
the experts work for the National Hurricane Center. Yeah, those little words are tricky. All right, so I have a great selection here for someone. Soad, are you there?
Yes.
Or actually,
yes.
I'm going to, but let me see. Yes, please go ahead, Soad.
Yeah. What shall I read?
Do you see it on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. The
so
first.
from center in my. The first. What is the first?
Yeah. Okay.
I can see center in Miami, Florida has.
Yeah. No, that's it's your connection. Can you look for the document that you can download from the website?
Actually,
Tom?
this is the first
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
this is
I
the
understand.
first time
Try to look
now
for
I
the
can see
document.
it.
Okay, go ahead, please.
So the first name used in a storm season begins with the letter A. The second begins with B, and so on. The letters Q,
Good.
V, X, Y, and Z are never used, and the same list of names is not used again for at least 6 years.
Okay, great. So X, just the pronunciation of X. And excellent job, thank you. Tom?
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm here.
Just go ahead, please, with the next selection if you've got it.
Selection. I got fire and I
Okay.
know.
Sorry, I'm going to put it on the screen for you. Go ahead.
Okay, so and the same list of names is not used again for at least 6 years, and different lists are used for different parts of the world. A name is retired when the storm with this name has been very destructive, like Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Katrina in 2005.
Okay, great. And excellent, thank you. And Jessica, the next section, please. Jessica, are you there? Oh no. Okay, and then we have John. John,
it's me.
Johan, yes, great.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself, and could you read this next selection?
Sorry?
Johan?
If I can read this.
Do you see the text on the screen?
Yeah, I can see the text on the screen.
So I used the word selection. I am selecting pieces of text. But can you read the text on the screen for us, please?
Yeah, I can read.
Thank you. Yes, please go ahead, Johan.
What do you want?
Could you please read the text out loud?
Okay. I read the text, yeah, okay. No problem. That same year, Greek later had to the text is leave.
Okay.
Greek later had to be used for the first time to name storm in the Atlantic. That was the plan, to call storm alpha, beta, and so on. If there were ever more than 21 named storms in a season, as it happened, there were 28.
Okay. All right. And so, thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you.
And I'm going to move it down to the questions. Now, we've seen these before, and so I need some volunteers to quickly answer these questions, A, B, and C. So, who would like to go? Do we have a volunteer?
What is the system that they use to name storm?
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, no, great. No, it's no problem. I'm asking anyone in the group. Now, we did read this. These are comprehension questions. Yes?
Yeah, what is the system?
No, sorry, but Saud? Are you there? Soad?
Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
Can you answer one of the questions?
What is it? Maybe the Roman alphabet, like beta and alpha. And...
Okay, I think they refer to it as the Greek alphabet.
Yeah.
All right, but when do they start using the Greek alphabet?
I think
only in a special situation.
Yes.
And Jessica, are you there? Jessica?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, can you help us, or anybody? Tom, Sarmad, Ibrahim. We've lost Frank. Maria, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So let's. I'm not going to help you. I'm going to be a good teacher, and I'm not going to help you. So you guys work as a team and answer these questions.
They began use Greek letters in 2005.
Why?
Good question.
There was a special situation in 2005.
It was after Katrina.
Yes, correct.
but I don't understand why they kind of quit use
Okay.
the
What's
ordinary
the
alphabet.
regular system for naming storms?
Alphabet.
The alphabet.
Right?
People's name.
Absolutely. Now, just women's names? Do they only use women's names?
No, at the beginning they said the woman and men, but
Okay, so it said earlier in the article that during the 70s, they started using men's names too. All right. And so, but some letters are not used.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
just
if
they
you,
use A and B.
Well, okay, but they use most of the alphabet.
Q,
but
V,
some,
X, Y, and Z.
yeah, okay, great, yeah, because we don't really have many names for that. And, okay, so that's the system. And then B, could somebody read out the question B and answer it?
Yeah, what is the history of this tradition? And when did they start giving storms names?
Okay, excellent.
So maybe since the Greeks used to.
I totally agree. I totally agree. They say that really people have been naming storms for centuries. It's a very, very old tradition. Now, how about more recently? Who started calling storms who started naming storms with women's names?
an Australian scientist.
Yeah, all right,
The
great.
19th century.
Yeah, so that means the 1800s. 18 something, 1878. So that's a long time ago. And then who were calling storms by their girlfriends and wives?
During the World War II.
Okay. And then when do they choose the names? When do they create the list of names? Sarmad, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a good answer. No.
60. No. No, I say the who, but no when.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I remember in the story, and again, you can download this text or you can find the link. They make the lists several years before, and so and now C. Because
C. Can I answer?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please read it and then answer it.
C. What happens to the name of a storm that is especially damaging and deadly? I think is hurricane.
Right. Now that is the name of a storm. But for example, what happened to the name Katrina? Katrina was an especially damaging and deadly storm. So what's going to happen to that name, Katrina?
Can I answer?
Yes.
It is retired. The name is retired. It will never be used anymore.
It will never be used again. It won't be used again. Right. Excellent. Good work. Now we have some more reading to go. So let's continue. Wow. Look at all these questions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move on because we don't have much time. And so let's concentrate on the reading. And so, sorry, can I go back? No, Ibrahim, go ahead, please, with this selection.
What is the main reason why storms begin to form?
Okay. Sorry, your internet is a little slow. This begins with ocean storms. I want to go to the reading ocean storms.
From the beginning?
You have it there? Well,
okay.
I have a
ocean
selection.
Storms okay. Ocean storms develop when the air temperature is in one area is different from the temperature nearby. Warmer air rises while cooler air falls.
Cooler.
Cooler air falls. These movements create a different in atmosphere pressure.
Atmospheric pressure. Sorry, Saud, I need you to keep your microphone muted, please. And so, yes, falls. All right, and Maria, I'm going to move the text. Please continue.
Okay. If the pressure is that okay.
Yes, please.
If the pressure changes over a large area, winds start to blow in a huge circle.
Huge.
Huge.
With the
circle.
H pronunciation.
Huge. Okay.
Awesome.
Huge circle. High pressure air is pulled toward a low pressure center. Thick clouds form and heavy rainfall as the storm gains speed and moves over the ocean. Storms can get stronger as they move over warm ocean waters.
Awesome.
That's extra syllables.
No, that's a great job. And Sodomite, the next selection, please.
Okay.
It begins with strongest.
Yes, the strongest, fastest winds of a hurricane blow in the area known as the eye wall. It surrounds the center or eye of the storm. The eye itself is calm by comparison.
Yeah. And the L in calm is silent. Saud, do you, Saud, are you ready?
Yeah, but I can't see the document, you know.
Okay. Wind
I just see the strongest,
speeds.
fastest. This is my...
Okay, let's just give you...
Speeds,
sorry, great.
But just 2 lines.
Okay, go ahead. Awesome.
Wind speeds is the most severe. Ocean storms can reach more than 2. Okay. Severe ocean storms can reach more than 2, and I can't see the rest.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Tom, can you help us out? Yeah.
Yeah, more than 250 kilometers an hour, up to 50 centimeters of rain can fall. Some storms have produced more than 150 centimeters of rain.
Wow, 1.5 meters of rain. And sorry, Jessica, are you ready?
Yes, but okay. These storms also cause high waves and ocean surges. A surge is a continuous movement of water that may reach as high as 6 meters or more. The water strikes low coastal areas. Surges are commonly responsible for about 90% of all deaths from ocean storms. Ocean storms.
Yeah, think of it with an SH. So we're running out of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the questions. I think we answered some of those. And just to give people a chance to answer a question and to make a final comment. Sorry, this is taking a long time here. Okay, yeah, these questions here. So what can someone answer? And I wanted to say hello to John. Hello, John. Are you there?
Hello. Yeah.
Please introduce yourself, John. Tell us your. Oh, he's gone. So could someone answer question 3? His English sounded really good.
Verse number 3.
Great.
So what's the main reason why storms begin to form? That's it?
Yes, and the answer?
I think because the warm air, we can say this, the storms begins because of the, can we say, the meeting of the warm air and the cold air.
No, you said that perfectly.
Is it?
Yeah, it's when they meet, when they come together. That's perfect. And there's more explanation, of course. Someone else, number 4? We only have 1 minute left. And even if you just want to make a final comment, go ahead. I'd like to hear from everybody. This is your chance. But someone else? John, Jessica, Salman,
Well,
Maria.
the strongest, the strongest farthest winds of hurricane blow in the area known as the eye wall of the
eye wall.
Eye wall,
and the actual eye, the actual center of the storm is the calmest part. So we use that in an expression in English. The eye of the storm. We are in the eye of the storm when you expect things to get really bad again. The calm before the storm. And another, Ibrahim, do you have a final comment?
No.
Oh, okay. Maria, a final comment, question? Well, please go ahead. No, Maria, a final comment? Okay. John, Jessica, hello, where is everybody? Well, we sometimes we have technical problems at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my screen share. I'm going to give you all a big round of applause. Great job, everybody. Thank you so much for your participation. It was great to see you again, Tom, Ibrahim, but it was wonderful to meet some new students. Welcome to Verbling. You're here for the first time. I hope to see you again soon. Take care.
See you then.
Congratulations on your projects.
Yeah, thank